Welcome to OCR News Weekly. This week, controversy in Hong Kong at Spartan race, Rat Race Dirty Weekend adds new obstacles, and Wolf Run named Best Obstacle Race at the Running Awards. Today is Thursday, April 27th, 2017. I'm Margaret Schlachter, and this is OCR News Weekly, brought to you by Mud Run Guide. Our first story this week comes from Spartan Race. As reported in Hong Kong newspapers, former Hong Kong triathlete Ivan Lo Ching Hin protested his innocence as organizers of the Hong Kong Spartan Race made a last-minute decision not to allow him to compete in the elite category of last Saturday's event. Lo is serving a 4-year suspension for failing to provide a urine sample in an out-of-competition test, but competed at the first Hong Kong Spartan race in November. Since the event is not governed by the Sports Federation and Olympic Committee of Hong Kong, nor a signatory to the World Anti-Doping Agency's code, Lo was not breaking any rules by competing. But in a statement in the small hours of last Saturday morning, Michael Goodwin, Spartan's Asia Pacific Managing Director, said Lo would not be able to compete in the elite category, for which prize money was offered for first place. Last Saturday's event was the first leg of the Asia Pacific Championships, for which $50,000 US cash and prizes are eligible for offer. Quoted by Goodwin he stated, "Spartan is strongly committed to ensuring that our elite and competitive category athletes compete with fairness, transparency, and sportsmanship, and as such, we have deemed Lo ineligible to compete for points and rewards in our races during his period of ineligibility recognized under Hong Kong Anti-Doping Committee and the World Anti-Doping Code," said Goodwin. This story is important because it's the first time that we've seen an athlete being banned from a Spartan race, in any Spartan race, for an anti-doping charge and suspension that they are currently holding. Lo Ching Hin says that he is innocent of all charges and that he should have been allowed to compete, and the last-minute decision to have him pulled was unfair. He is protesting this and using the grounds, saying that Lance Armstrong raced in the United States last year in a Spartan race, which Lance did. He did compete in the elite category. He finished, I believe it was about 80th out of all the elite athletes, doing a massive amount of burpees. So it'll be interesting to see how this story continues to unfold, and we will continue to follow it as more developments come about. Our next story, we move over to the UK. Rat Race Dirty Weekend is coming up soon, and they have added new obstacles. According to the Stanford Mercury in the United Kingdom, Rat Race Dirty Weekend, which takes place on Saturday, May 6th, and features 20 miles of mud, cargo nets, tunnels, slides, and freezing cold water amid 200 obstacles guaranteed to obliterate muscles and shed nerves. And now the race's founder, Jim Mee, has added a handful of, quote, hellish new features while making other existing challenges even tougher. From the article, it says, if you plan to compete, you're going to need a head for heights. This year, brand new for 2017, Dirty Weekend will debut a slide that's 5 stories high, a gladiator-style uphill travelator moving walkway, a foam feature dubbed the washing machine, and according to the article, more frightening yet, the roller coaster, a 20-foot high, 200-foot long balance bar obstacle that sees competitors snaking through the treetops along a wooden gangway less than 1 foot wide. If 20 miles and 200 obstacles isn't enough for you, Rat Race Dirty Weekend, often dubbed by many in the European obstacle racing scene as the Burning Man of obstacle course racing, features a legendary after party, and this year the race turns into quite a music festival in the evening. The headliners this year are the Hoosiers and Judge Jules, and is supported by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So after a brutal day on course, everybody gets to relax and dance and enjoy themselves with one heck of a party. Moving on to the next story, it comes as well from the UK. Wolf Run. Last week, Wolf Run received the Best Obstacle Race prize at the Running Awards, making it 3 consecutive victories at this ceremony. The Wild Running event, which was founded in 2011, first won the award in 2014 and has since made the category its own. The 10K course combines obstacle, trail, and mud running to create a unique experience that is centered around having fun while challenging both the mind and body. At the 2017 awards, the Wolf Run shook off steep competition from Dirty Dozen, Wales, Invincible, The Hidden, Major Series South, Magnificent 7, Nuclear Rush, Nuts Challenge March, Presswick Challenge, Race for Life Pretty Muddy, Rat Race Dirty Weekend, Tough Guy the Original, and Tough Mudder London West. Charlie Moortown, the founder of Wolf Run, said, quote, "We are thrilled to receive the award for Best Obstacle Race and even more delighted to have managed to do so for the 3rd year running. We would like to thank everyone who voted for us and, of course, all the runners who make Wolf Run this great spectacular it is." The Running Awards were founded in 2013 due to a gap in the market emerging for an independently adjudicated running awards ceremony. Now we move on to results, and the top race that everybody was watching last weekend around the world, it seemed like, happened to be Spartan race in Seattle in the United States. This was the first of the U.S. Championship Series that Spartan runs, and in a unprecedented broadcast, we got to see the entire race live via streaming on Facebook Live, YouTube, and other social channels. Winning the race was Ryan Atkins. Second place, Hobie Call. Third place, Robert Killian. Over on the women's side, Alyssa Hawley pulled out the win, edging out Lindsay Webster, and in third place is Nicole Miracle. Looking ahead this weekend, Rugged Maniac heads to Oklahoma, Warrior Dash is in Missouri, Spartan Race is in both Miami for the U.S. National Championship first stop, and New Jersey. Atlanta hosts Tough Mudder and Toughest Mudder. Savage Race heads to Maryland, Bone Frogs in Austin, Texas, and Terrain Racing is in Tucson, Arizona. Looking outside the U.S., in the U.K., Iron Run is in Northamptonshire. In Canada, Toronto hosts Concrete Rush, and over in Malaysia, Viper Challenge is in Medini. In the ninja world, for those of you that are Ninja Warrior fans, Wolfpack Ninjas kick off their Wolfpack Ninja Tour in Denver, with many of the top athletes from the American Ninja Warrior world heading over there to compete alongside with Weekend Warriors. For all the race listings this weekend, check out the race calendar on Mud Run Guide. Those are your headlines this week from around the obstacle racing world. If you liked what you heard, subscribe to the show today and never miss the top news from around the world of obstacle course racing and beyond. Please leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, whatever your favorite podcast player is if you like the show, and we'll be back next week for another episode of OCR News Weekly. Thanks for listening. OCR News Weekly is a production of Mud Run Guide.